Hey everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's episode, RainPoint 2.0. Welcome everyone, just outside the PSGF here with my RainPoint 2-zone watering system. So a few months back, I critiqued this, gave it a little bit of a review, and I've been using it all summer, and I want to say that the RainPoint system has been phenomenal. So they reached out to me and asked, hey Dave, would you like to try our newest, greatest, improved RainPoint? I said, well, why not? We're inside the PSGF where I'm at the RainPoint hub, and this is the control center. It tells me the temperature inside, the temperature outside. It's got the next time we're gonna water here in the PSGF with the misting system. We'll get to that a little bit later too. And this is the new system. This is the RainPoint 2-zone smart hose timer with a smart hub. Now I've got the hub in here, and we're gonna go ahead and open this box and see what we got going on. We've got some filters there for the hose. So now we have this new design. So it looks very similar to the old unit. It's not white anymore. I like the darker gray color. So we've got two really distinct buttons on here. I like that, very, very nice. Got a nice filter in there for the connection for the hose. But before we do that, we have to go ahead and see if we can hook this thing up and it can recognize this new system. So there you go. The user manual. We've got the warranty right here, and we've got another quick start guide. Look at this lovely thing right here. This little guy is the Smart Hub. Now, first things first, we have to download the RainPoint Plus Smart app onto my phone. So we have our RainPoint Smart Hub here, the part that we're gonna plug in, and it's gonna go right into my Blue Eddy power source here. You let it sit there for about 10 to 15 seconds to just let it get acclimated. Now we're gonna push the button and hold it down for 10 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. There's the blue flashing light. We've got a blue flashing light. Log into the RainPoint app, which we already have, and we're gonna go ahead and look for our new device. So let's do that next. Now that I have the app, let's open it up and get things going. After we open up the app and agree with the user agreement and privacy policy, we register the unit. With an email address, they send me a code, and then I can set up my username and password. When you first open the app, make sure you take your time to peruse through all the pics and information telling you how to set it up. Very informative and easy to understand, showing you exactly what you have to do. You add a device with the plus button. You choose your new device, and then it's added to the home screen. When you add a sub-device from the screen to get the 2-zone timer added, you pick the right icon, and after you pair it up, you are set to go. It's that easy. When your screen tells you that there's no plans set, that means it's time to set some plans. We hit the plus and choose a start time. I chose 8 a.m. Then the duration of watering. I'll just move the default from 10 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes. Hit the check button and the first plan is set. It is that simple. The main screen tells you just what you did. I wanted to name my zone so I know what I was watering. I chose North and East Bonsai. For the sprinklers, that would be in those areas. Now when you choose the irrigation function, it gives you the power to choose the runtime and intervals. I changed from the default of 10 seconds and 30 seconds to 1 minute every hour, so the water will be on for 1 minute every hour. With an 8-hour duration, I can make sure my pots on a very hot day, let's say for example, can stay cool with 1 minute of water about every hour for 8 hours. And of course I can always interrupt any irrigation at all by just opening up the app, touching the irrigation, and it'll say, hey, do you want to confirm that you want to stop this action? Yep, I hit confirm and the water stops instantly. The plan is done. Also, if you want a rain delay, you hit your plan button, then open up the rain delay and choose how much of a rain delay you want. And the rain delay button is colored, showing you that it's on. Now the great thing about the Smart Hub is you don't have to have it real close to your main hub, or you don't even have to have a main hub at all. You can plug it in anywhere in your house or around your house near your sprinkler system, and then when you can go on your phone and touch things and turn it on, you can do all that without having to run back and forth to the faucet, the spigot, the hose. I think you get the picture. So once again, I have the RainPoint 2 zoner here, Bluetooth guy, left and right, 1 and 2, but I have to put batteries in for this to hook up. So I've got the blue lights flashing, so it's ready to receive it. Look at that. I just happen to have batteries inside my pocket ready to go. Isn't that convenient? And a really nice feature on here is the nice rubber gasket to make sure that this stays waterproof and it fits in there nice and tight. No screws, which is nice. You just pop this right off. I love that. Okay, this is the gray hose, so this is zone number 1. It's ready to go off by the cabin cold frame, and we're gonna go ahead and go online and see if we can make this work. So I'm gonna touch the app. I'm gonna hit the HomeGuard app, which is the title of the app that's gonna get the RainPoint going. And I've got my system ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an irrigation. And I wanna give it for about 2 minutes. Let's go 1 minute. And we're gonna confirm, and let's see if it turns on. Oh, there it is. Let's turn it off. There we go. All right. So as I hold the camera and keep it from getting doused, it's been on for 33 seconds. So let's go ahead and hit irrigation again, and we're gonna confirm, and we're gonna turn this thing off. So let me hit confirm, and it should shut off. And there it goes. The sprinkler is now a little dribble. Now it's time to flip over to zone number 2, which was the greenhouse. So green number 2 is hooked up to this sprinkler by my big benches. And we're gonna go ahead and push irrigation. When we push irrigation, it shows us the duration. And again, we're gonna pick about 1 minute because that's all we want. And we're gonna hit confirm, and it should start and get me sopping wet. Confirm. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, it worked. It's only going zigzag just a little bit. I'm gonna hit irrigation, and it says currently irrigating. Do you want to turn it off? Yes, I do. So I'm gonna hit confirm, and then it turns off. Now the greatest part of this is I can do this on the road from anywhere, from the phone, because it is connect Bluetooth when I'm here in town, and it's also through my router inside my PSGF, right? So I've got a Wi-Fi signal, so no matter where I am. When I was on my road trip this past summer, east of the Mississippi, looking at all those beautiful bonsai, I could turn on and off anytime I wanted to. But then, to make it easy, I set a plan. Now I'm in the very bright PSGF. The sun is out in all its glory, but let's check this zone from the old system just to show you that everything's still working. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick on my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the app real quick. I'm gonna hit the zone for sprinkling in here. We're gonna go ahead and hit irrigation. We're gonna go ahead and go for about 2 minutes on here, hit confirm, and then voila, boom, we have misters that are misting my plants. Now, the number one thing that I want to highlight about this RainPoint system and this misting system combined, when I was on my road trip east of the Mississippi and I was heading all over the place looking at trees and talking to you all, I had this going on here. And so the consistency of this, it never failed me on my 11-day road trip. The RainPoint system was phenomenal. And this went on, and when this greenhouse got above 90, 95 degrees, I would go ahead and be able to see the temperature on my phone and go like, let's turn on the irrigation and let's cool it off. And this misting system on for just 2 to 3 minutes would cool the bench area by as much as 15 degrees. So a tip for a greenhouse, they get super hot. And most of us do not put enough ventilation in a greenhouse. So if you build one, make sure there's enough ventilation. And even if you have ventilation, it's gonna get hot in here. So this little system cools down the bench area, the hottest part of my greenhouse that I care about, because up there it's not so important, and it decreases by 12 to 15 degrees. So this stays on for 2 or 3 minutes, and that is just a fantastic bit of, well, comfort. I can sleep at night knowing that this is taken care of. And I can set the zones. I can set the zones that have my plan for 1, 3, and 5, or I could change it to 2, 4, 6, and then I can turn it on manually just with the click of the button. Let's go ahead and hit irrigation again with 35 seconds left. Confirm that I want to shut it off, and it will shut it off. And it takes a few seconds. There we go. Now we don't have any more water, and this has been cooled off. I didn't take a temp before I stepped in here. I probably should have, but we are now currently with that little blast of fresh, cool mist. We are at about 83 degrees. Now, people have asked me if I've used my IBC water for a lot of my planting. Not as much as I would have liked, but this water is coming from my well water, or the city water, right? So it's down there where it's nice and cool, and it's not attached to a long hose. So when the water comes in here, it's really cooler water, and it's doing a great job of cooling down the PSGF. Okay, so here's the most important test of all. I am leaving work right now. I'm leaving the school to go home. Before I get there though, let's turn on the sprinklers and see if it's working when I get back to the house. Okay, so we're in the car. Let's go to the app right now and start a new plan. So I push the app. I pick the 2-zone system. It comes up 8 o'clock is the next time to water. I'm gonna hit irrigation. Irrigation shows me 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it 20 minutes because maybe traffic's gonna happen on the way home from work. And then I gotta hit the road and get home. Taking a quick peek at the app, it shows that there's a little over 5.5 minutes of sprinkle time left. But just because the icon is showing sprinkling, we gotta see up close and personal if the sprinkler actually went on. We are here. Time to open up the garage door, unbuckle, and just get right in to see if that sprinkler is working. All right, here we go. Unlock the door, head back outside, and it's not this sprinkler that needs to be on, but it's the sprinkler over here. And look. Well, that's the answer I wanted to see. The sprinkler is working in the backyard, turned on from the parking lot of work. So anywhere I am in the world, I can turn this on remotely through the phone. That is phenomenal, which is why I love this unit. The RainPoint system is working phenomenally. It's been set up. We've paired up the smart hub with the 2-zone system. I got 2 hoses out. We tested it all out. And coming home from work, just yesterday, I was able to test it and we had water on. Everything's fantastic. It's such a nice, easy system to use. Now, RainPoint did ask me if I could compare this to another product. And so, unfortunately, I can't do a really detailed comparison, but I thought I would still talk about the Beehive here a little bit. And this is from a company called Orbit. And Beehive is the first timer I ever used. Now, the main difference is there's 4 zone instead of 2. Comparably priced. I didn't get a dollar for dollar price. I couldn't find an exact match to make me feel comfortable about quoting prices, but pretty comparable priced if you were to get a 4-zone system from each company. This one I did not buy the hub for, so I couldn't do it remotely like when I was on my road trip. So I really can't compare that. The one thing I will say about the Beehive is that when it's Bluetooth, and I had to be really close to the unit to do Bluetooth. And so for the new smart hub that I have here, I could be at my garage and the hub is down here in the passive solar green frame, and it would recognize it from over 50 feet away. So the range seemed a little bit better. The range is better with the smart hub system, so I'm really happy with that with RainPoint. The Beehive seemed to work. The knob on here that moves you from your different settings was a little clunky at first, and it broke right off in the first month. I broke this off. And so everything on here was great, but I wanted to be able to do it remotely on my phone. And so on the phone, I was able to set up some information. I got my zones, if you will, or I programmed a couple places to water. The one fancier feature about the Beehive is you could have pictures of your garden and pictures of your bonsai trees, the PSGF if you wanted to, and put them into certain zones so you knew exactly what you were watering. For the RainPoint system, quite simple. It's green in color, and I, of course, labeled one North Bonsai and East Bonsai, and that seemed to work out just fine. So I'm very, very pleased with that. And I thought I saw it at a moment that I could add pictures at one point, but I wasn't able to find that. So I'll have to do some more digging. But here's the main takeaway. Probably pretty comparable units, very price comparable. But the RainPoint system for me has been so easy to use, and I hope this video showed you how easy it is. Once you pair it, which was super easy, and then you set up some plans and turn it on and turn it off and on wherever you're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's such a fantastic product. Now I have 2, so I do have 4 zones, and I can keep one away from the PSGF if I want the hub to be up there in the front of my house, and I can have the main hub from the old system in here in the PSGF. So incredible flexibility, incredible ease to use, and you'll be set if you get yourself a RainPoint. So by all means, go check out the link down below in the description. Please check it out. And if you go to their website through the link and you put Dave's Bonsai in the coupon code, you're going to get 15% off. So Dave's Bonsai, 15% off of the RainPoint system, and I think it's a really, really good purchase. When I was talking to Steven over in Indianapolis, one of the things he said and people really resonated with is make your bonsai job easier, okay? Don't do things that's gonna make your bonsai harder, make it easier. And the RainPoint system, complete ease, and I can sleep at night, especially if I'm on the road. I'm gonna go up to Bonsai Acres tomorrow morning, first thing, after I'm done filming this and hopefully editing it. I'm gonna go up to Bonsai Acres and I can touch some buttons on my phone, and I am so comfortable that everything's gonna work out great with my RainPoint. So, wow, what a great product. So, until we make another video, I got some stuff coming, of course, from the road trip. I don't even think we got through halfway yet, right? Steve's backyard is coming up on the horizon. Plus, I'm heading up to Bonsai Acres. More fun stuff to come. Thanks for your patience. We got a lot to do. And until we do all that, including the trees in my backyard, oh my gosh, the work to be done this fall. As always, take care of you, take care of your bonsai, and we'll catch you on the next one. And a big shout out to John, who came to visit me on his way through town going back towards Chicago. He came and we talked bonsai in the backyard for a good hour. Great to see you, John. Thanks for the assist on the intro to this episode. Hey everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's show, RainPoint 2.0. On today's show, this one almost took my head off. On today's show, RainPoint 2.0. RainPoint 2.0. Hey everyone, on today's show, RainPoint 2.0. Did I actually flip it in the right direction? Gosh, I did. On today's episode, RainPoint 2.0. RainPoint 2.0. That one might actually make a bruise. Thanks to John for the assist today. Stay tuned for part 2. From the hospital bed at HCMC. Nobody was harmed or injured. No bonsai were ruined in the filming of this video. Thanks, John.